So, my dear friends, let's discuss the situation that might be during the holidays, and I want to emphasize this very strongly. Maybe. That doesn't mean it will happen. We still have almost 2 weeks until the holidays. This situation is obviously dynamic and can change, but certain weather trends are visible. They have been visible for quite some time now, and unfortunately, they remain unchanged. Let's first take a look at three places: Suwałki, Warsaw, and Wrocław. So let's start with the temperatures, straightforward and to the point. Temperatures at a height of 2 meters plus, possible precipitation. I'm using the GFS model here because it's starting to see the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. But a very important thing is that these are very long-range calculations, so we should treat them as just a curiosity for now. What do we see here? We can see first and foremost a cooling trend in the upcoming week, which is noticeable and something I also mentioned in previous materials. Later, a warming trend will probably be noticeable. This warming should last until the 20th or 21st, around the 1st. Later, there might be a slight cooling, but it's going to be very minor. We're talking about temperatures around 1, 2, or 3 degrees Celsius, so really nothing significant. When it comes to precipitation, we might see some rain, especially for Wrocław. As for snow, there could be some snowfall, but the chances are minimal. If anything, maybe half a centimeter, which isn't really certain either. Warsaw is very similar in this regard when it comes to temperatures. So, let's agree that watching the precipitation doesn't make much sense because it's such a distant forecast, but let's check the temperature trends. We can see that there's also a drop in temperatures in the upcoming week, but then we have a rise in temperatures and possibly a drop after the 22nd, 23rd, but temperatures would likely be above zero. In the case of Suwałki, let's see how it will look. When it comes to Suwałki, it's similar here. There might be a slightly stronger drop in temperatures during the holidays, but it still won't be a strong frost. Temperatures could gently drop below zero, but it could just as easily be an error or a miscalculation from the numerical model. Why? Let's check it out. Let's work with the GFS model and start with the possibilities. On the geopotential field, even at a height of 5.5 kilometers, we have a very long-range calculation for December 24th at 6 a.m. Well, what can we say here? It's not looking too good here when it comes to temperatures, especially regarding the geopotential. Low-pressure systems far up north primarily. But look, one of the previous calculations is completely different. For Central Europe, for Southern Europe, but still, we see a rather strong dominance of low-pressure systems very far up north of our borders. So what we saw in the ECMWF model could actually be confirmed, or the situation I showed you earlier, just a moment ago, suggests that these temperatures are likely to remain unchanged, because temperatures around, if things go well, it could be -2, -3 to -4 degrees Celsius. We really don't see any very strong frosts in any way. Here we have temperatures at a height of 850 HPA if we set the temperatures at a height of 2 meters, so we'll have a similar situation. With temperatures around 2-3 degrees Celsius. There's no sign of any strong cold. These temperatures are rather around 1 to 2 or maybe 3 degrees Celsius. Let's check the previous calculations for that day. Very similar from -1 degree Celsius in eastern Poland to 2 or maybe 3 degrees Celsius in western Poland. Let's choose the next calculation. Here too, there are no significant changes. There's no strong influx of cold air masses expected on December 24th. Cold air masses primarily over Russia, but even there in those calculations that are not very visible, these low temperatures. The situation is pretty similar to what we have now. Precipitation is a distant forecast, so no need to get caught up. We might see rain, drizzle, or snow, mainly in the mountains due to lower temperatures. Next, the temperature anomaly. However, it is possible that there will be some precipitation, rain, frost, maybe snow, but I would rather expect this in the mountains because the temperatures there are lower and there is a greater chance of it. All right, let's check out some more things. Now let's start with the temperatures. But here we're focusing on the anomaly of those temperatures. Anomalies at a certain height, maybe not so much at a certain height. The anomalies for the week. From December 22 to 29, which is the week when we also have the holidays. The 9th. So December 9, which is the week when we also have the holidays. So what do we have here? We still have a positive anomaly for Poland. This anomaly is very strong for this week in northeastern Poland because the average temperatures there are always lower. However, across the whole of Poland, we see that this positive anomaly is quite significant at even 2 degrees Celsius. That doesn't bode well for very low temperatures. However, across the whole of Poland, we see that this positive anomaly is quite significant at even 2 degrees Celsius. That doesn't bode well for very low temperatures. Moreover, there is also a very strong positive anomaly over Russia. This means that there will likely be fewer cold air mass inflows there as well. Moreover, at least when it comes to precipitation, so things should be pretty normal here, and that's also maintained for a longer time during this holiday week. But that doesn't really make us feel optimistic in any way.